Alright, Shalom. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Achak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. And Shalom to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. This is GMS Precepts and Zara Khad speaking. Article here, as you can read, it's got the hands scanning, so you already know where I'm going with this. As a Wall Street Journal, an article from Wall Street Journal clearly says, the title, Cash, Plastic, or Hand. Amazon envisions paying with a wave. Tech giant plans terminals to let consumers link credit card information to their hands. All right. I don't know how much clearer this has to be for you people to see what's going on. Okay. But I understand that most people aren't going to get it. They're gonna take that micro, because all this is leading to the microchip. All technology leads to the microchip. That's there, because the microchip, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast in Revelation, the 13th chapter, that's their end game. Their end game is to fully implement the microchip. So everything, it's like with everything. If see what the elites do when they want the masses to accept something, they desensitize you. Okay, they did that with homosexuality. Okay, with all this freakism and lesbianism and transgenderism 10, 15, 20 years ago. It started way back then. It started years ago. They desensitize you to homosexuality, to pedophilia. Okay, and even now that's on the rise. They desensitize the masses to transgenderism. Okay, years ago, and now you look at today, things are accepted now that weren't accepted back then. Why? Because they desensitize you to it. Okay, and a lot of people don't even realize it. They just come to accept it. When years ago things weren't accepted. The RFID technology is no different. They warmed you up to it. Every technology that comes out, it's warming you up or desensitizing you to the RFID chip to accept it, to think it's trendy, to think it's more convenient. They did that because they did that with cash. Everybody used to pay with cash, pay with credit card, or I remember they used to pay. You used to be at a food store or at a mall or anywhere, and people would pay with checks, right? They will write a check out. Now they say, you know what? You don't have to use a check. Use a debit card. Then the usage of debit cards went up. People started to carry around less cash and just use their debit cards. Then uh, they put a chip in a debit card where you can just scan your debit card or credit card over the pay terminal, and boom, you pay. Then they advanced to what? Phones. Now you can pay with your phone. You link your credit card to your cell phone, Apple Pay, Android Pay, and you pay that way. They link it to your smartphone, your smartwatches. Okay, they did that with Easy Pass. You don't have to pay. There's no certain states like New York. They don't have a lane, a cash lane anymore. All lanes are Easy Pass. Jersey, they still have cash lanes, but they're a lot less, right? So all technology, and what is that for? It's to desensitize you to the microchip. Now, let me go on to this article and stop rambling. It says cash, plastic, or hand. Amazon envisions paying with a wave. Tech giant plans terminals to let consumers link credit card information to their hands. Now, it's Amazon. Now you know that Amazon has the Amazon Go stores. There's one in Seattle. I believe there's one in New York where you don't have to bring anything. You could just walk into an Amazon store, or Amazon Go store. Anything you take off the shelf, you put in your bag, and it automatically deducts from your account. You don't have to. There's no cashier or anything. Okay. So, see, it says Amazon Inc. wants to make your hand a credit card. The tech giant is creating checkout terminals that can be placed in bricks and mortar stores and allow shoppers to link their credit card information to their hands. According to the people familiar with the matter, they They could then pay for purchases with their palms without having to pull out a credit card or phone. Now, whether it's a fingerprint or palm scanner, whatever. What do you think the next step is going to be? A microchip in the hand, a wave of the hand. Okay, because what if you have your gloves on? Oh, you don't even have to take your gloves off. You could just wave your hand. See, it's all they're gonna promote it as something of convenience. Okay, but the scriptures already tell you it's detrimental to you if you're an Israelite. You are not to take the microchip because you are accepting Esau as your god, right? That's what you're ultimately saying. The company plans to pitch the terminals to coffee shops, fast foods, restaurants, and other merchants that do lots of repeat businesses with their customers, according to some of their people. Amazon declined to comment. Amazon, like other tech companies, is trying to further integrate itself into consumers' financial lives, leaving banks and credit cards on edge. I'm just skimming through this. Apple introduced credit card last year. Google is rolling out checking accounts. If Amazon terminals succeed, they could leapfrog mobile wallets such as Apple Pay while expanding Amazon. Amazon has been Amazon has been experimenting with payments as its Amazon Go stores, where customers can walk out without stopping to pay. Just like I said, there's no terminals. Okay, as soon as they walk into the store, store already knows who that person is. I don't know the technical I did a showing it years ago. I don't remember if it face scans you or you have to swipe something and then you go in. But anything you go in the store, you don't have to do anything. You when you leave, you don't have to pay. It also has been building an Amazon Pay, a digital wallet that allows that consumers can use to make payments at online merchants not owned by Amazon. The plans for the terminals are in early stages. Amazon recently began working with Visa to test transactions on terminal C. So, and what's the end game? Like I said, the end game is that microchip. Car companies are trying to figure out whether the tech giants such as Amazon tend to be collaborators or competitors, though some believe it is safer to participate in big tech's payments ambitions than risk being left out. Amazon, for its part, wants the car company's expertise in safeguarding consumer. Anyway, man, that's it. I'm gonna leave this article in the description. That just caught my eye. Look at this: cash, plastic, or hand. Amazon envisions paying with a wave, right? Because that's the new wave. That's the wave. The new wave is cashless. All right. You have certain elites like India, the leader or prime minister or president of India. He already said he wants to totally do away with cash. I think now their transactions are in the high. It's like 80%, where their transactions in India are 80% non-cash. So this is the new wave. Okay. That's pretty much it. Lord, one of you brothers edified. Until the next show. Shalom.